And tonight we're getting new details about a cemetery that was discovered on a construction site for a new school. That site unearthed a history lesson for archaeologists.
They are trying to figure out who the remains belong to and how long they've been buried in Sugar Land. Jessica Borg is there live for us. Any clue on who was buried there, Jess?
This afternoon, experts are still trying to unravel the mystery of who is buried here behind me. This plot of land has a rich, disturbing history. The remains here are believed to be more than a century old. A backhoe operator discovering the first set of human remains. At least 30 more, now covered in black tarp, found over several days on property owned by the Fort Bend ISD. District officials stunned.
It was quite unexpected to find this.
But local historian Reginald Moore says he wasn't surprised at all. In fact, he says he even warned them about who might be buried here.
I think they were prisoners and possibly people from the plantation period.
Moore, with the Texas Historical Society, helps maintain the old Imperial Farm Cemetery, about half-mile from the construction site at Chatham Avenue and University Boulevard here in Sugar Land. He believes the remains belong to slaves or black prisoners after the emancipation forced to work the land.
All the people that had been on this property, on this land, were the people who ran a plantation from the 1824s to the 1860s, then from the 1860s on till 1912, you had the convict lease system here.
Moore is referring to the law that allowed private individuals to so-called lease prisoners for labor.
A plantation owner could lease from the state. The state would then get paid a certain amount of money, and the person would then become literally enslaved once again.
University of Houston archaeology professor Ken Brown says there are likely unmarked graves on thousands of acres of land in the area.
The end result is they're easily wiped from history.
Remains, he claims, are buried in open fields and under homes, something he says developers need to keep in mind. In this case, he says it's possible it's a family cemetery.
There's an area where there appears to be graves in a line, and then there's a blank spot, then there's apparently more graves, and then another blank spot and more graves. That's a rural cemetery.
Moore worked as a corrections officer, which inspired him to look more deeply into the prison system's past, and that led him, he says, toward keeping the memories of people he never met alive. He wants a dedicated graveyard for those unknown.
I just wanted to be a spokesperson for them and make sure that they get some type of recognition and acknowledgement.
Now, the Fort Bend ISD plans to continue building their new technical center here at the site, but around the remains, testing is being done to determine exactly how long they've been here. The delicate process of excavation could take some time. We are live this evening in Sugar Land. Standing for Houston, Jessica Borg, KHOU 11 News.
What a story. Thanks so much, Jessica. Well, one man is dead and two others are on the run after a shooting at a construction site in East Harris County. This Dodge van is what they used to get away. Deputies say two construction workers were inspecting homes in the Channelview area when two men tried to rob them. They put up a fight, and that's when one of the suspects pulled out a gun and shot and killed a worker. Police believe the shooters are behind other robberies that happened in the area today. If you know anything, you know what to do. Call police.
Police are now investigating because of this drawing. Police say a first grader in Rosenberg drew this picture in class, then told her mother it depicts the moment a substitute teacher slapped her across the face. Matt Doherty is live in Rosenberg tonight. What are police telling you, Matt?
Well, then police will only confirm that they're investigating. Now, the sub was removed from the campus here yesterday, but that's normal in investigations like this. I want you to take a look at this picture. Now, this mother, she is taking that picture seriously. Her daughter, 7-year-old Lyric, brought it yesterday to her mom. It appears to be a self-portrait with teardrops on the little girl's face. At the top are words making shocking accusations against her first grade substitute teacher.
It says, "Mom, the teacher slapped me in the face and stepped on my foot on purpose."
Now, Angelica Reyes asked her daughter why the sub allegedly did it. She says her daughter told her she didn't know. Now, the school's principal said they're investigating and removed the sub immediately, which is standard procedure again. The principal says if the allegations are found to be true, the behavior will not be tolerated. Now, police are telling me that in about a week, that girl will be questioned by experts who have a field of expertise in questioning children. Then they'll all go from there. So far, no charges have been filed, though. Back to you guys.
All right, Matt Garvey in Rosenberg, thanks so much. Teachers could soon be packing guns in classrooms in one area school district. Navasota ISD, that's in Grimes County, is considering allowing teachers to have concealed weapons, but they must have a concealed carry license. The superintendent says it's about student safety in the wake of the Parkland shooting, but some parents, well, they don't like it.
There's a lot of problems in the school with the kids. They think it's easy to bring some guns to school because the teacher has some. I don't think that's a good idea.
Anything that we can do as a district and anything that we can do as a board and administration to help protect our students and protect our staff, we want to look at all of our options.
If passed, the policy could go into effect next fall. So we are asking once again, what do you think about all this? Should teachers be allowed to conceal carry on campus? Go to KHOU.com/vote now, and we'll show you the results coming up.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is heading to the border tomorrow to meet with National Guard troops. This comes as Border Patrol agents just broke ground on a new section of Trump's wall near El Paso. It'll be about 20 miles long, and it will have 5 feet of what's called climb-resistant material at the top. And posts will be driven into the concrete to keep people from digging underneath.
It's going to be durable. It's going to be here for a long time.
We have to have strong borders. We need the wall.
Congress hasn't approved money for the wall, but last year the president signed an executive order to use existing funds to get this project started.
Some Houston Dreamers are shining light on the fight for citizenship. They've made signs that will go up tonight near 2 busy downtown freeways. Jason Miles is live with more on their message. Jason?
Well, you see UH downtown behind me, guys. See the windows up there? This is the Student Center. Lighted signs will go up there as soon as the sun goes down tonight.
So these are the ones.
With letters on.
Put them like all the way to the back.
And lights off. The message is illuminated. Dream, act now.
We want to be loud and proud of who we are.
UHD student Diana Platas is leading the charge on this campus, along with other dreamers and their allies.
I want to remind not only the UHD community, but also the entire Houston community that we have not forgotten about the DREAM Act. We have not forgotten about the Dreamers, and most of all, we will not be settled.
Platas plans to put these lighted letters that took about a week to make in the windows of UHD's Student Center.
It's always a busy highway.
Windows that overlook portions of both the North and Katy freeways.
It's going to be a pretty impactful message for all of them to see.
This is just the latest push for protections by Dreamers, who have also held massive rallies around the country and even in the halls of Congress. Their goal is a so-called Clean Dream Act, which would protect the nation's 1.5 million undocumented youth from deportation, including Platas, who came here from Mexico with her parents as a 2-year-old toddler.
Personally, I'm not scared to be deported, but it would be something that would make me very angry.
Platas believes the most powerful ways of rallying support don't have to be the loudest, as long as they're seen.
I just want to showcase to the world, and specifically to the Houston area, that we're still here and that we're going to continue pushing forward.
As you may know, at times there has been bipartisan support for legislation regarding Dreamers. In fact, Senator John Cornyn of Texas, a Republican, introduced some legislation back in December that would give protections to DACA recipients. And right now, courts have stalled President Trump's effort to end that program. I'll have more coming up at 6. Back to you.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Jason. Get ready for some changes to the weather. It is nice and mild out there, but the weather is going to swing drastically later this week.
Yeah, we've had a stretch of cool mornings, beautiful, and then warm afternoons. And now what?
Well, I think we get another one of those tomorrow.
Ooh.
But it's Friday that the humidity is really going to pick up, and then we got these storms coming in Friday night. So enjoy it. And it's beautiful in Sugar Land this evening. Live weather bug camera there. Look at the high clouds that have come in. Those are made out of ice crystals. Hard to believe when it's 81 down at the surface there. Southwest breeze at 12. It's a beautiful afternoon in the land of sugar. Allergy conditions, the tree pollen is still high. Grass is moderate, no weed. Mold spore count is low. So here's what I'm looking at. A perfect evening. Go outside, enjoy it, take a long walk after dinner. We got Friday storms. They could be severe. I'll outline what the severe threats are and the timing on it for Friday night, and then we'll plan another chilly weekend. Back with that in a few minutes.
All right, sounds like a plan. We'll see you soon, Dan.